The last learning objective of this module is optical and laser coordinate mapping or surveying. And basically this is surveying with the GNSS or GPS system. What we do is we find out the coordinate geometry or COGO with a GPS device. We are using optical and laser surveying equipment, but with all of those equipment we attach a GPS device. And you have learned in your surveying class, and most likely you have used this technology in your surveying class, and that's where basically what you do is where you are starting at a point, and then as you survey you basically find a list of directions and distances, and that takes you to the next point, the next survey point, and you find many points and you traverse all of these points in that manner. And this way you can go from your starting point to the final point by following directions and distances. And here are some basic trig equations that you're familiar with. I don't want to go into details, but make sure you understand how to go from, let's say, rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates, and how to relate the distance between 2 points to the x coordinate distance and to the y coordinate distance. Also, the same idea can be related. In this case, here's an example where the distance, for example, in this case, 100 meters distance or 100 units distance at an angle of 71 degrees can be converted into an x component distance, which was 94.55 units, and a y component distance, which is 32.56. Again, this is as engineers, you have been well trained in these equations and their applications. The thing that I think requires some understanding is here it is reported as an azimuth angle, and so there's a difference between azimuth angle and bearing angle. So if you look at these measurements, they're bearing angles. So in this case, it's 39 degrees east direction from the north reference, and this is 50 degrees east direction from south reference. So these two are bearing angles. In this case, this is a 71 degrees azimuth angle, which is an angle relative to the north direction. So here is a comparison of bearing versus azimuth angle. The bearing angle is measured from either north or south as reference, with angles towards east or west. So a bearing could be n 71 degrees east, which means it is with reference to north direction, and 71 degrees towards east direction. Or another example, bearing of s 37 degree west means the reference is south, and then we go 37 degrees towards the west. On the other hand, azimuth angle is measured clockwise relative to north, and it ranges from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So north is our reference, and our azimuth angle of 71 degrees is clockwise from that reference, and azimuth angle of 217 degrees would be in the third quadrant. And here is an example how to convert from bearing to azimuth by quadrant, and make sure you understand how this is done. There's a homework problem to do the same thing.